everyone, Roberto here for another video review, this time of the Swizzels Drumstick Squashies Minions edition. Yes, so this is how it should be done, shouldn't it? You know, I've been mentioning in the Jammy Dodgers of Minions edition, and I think the Minions edition as well, where they've just had yellow basically as the colour. I know Minions are yellow, but you can clearly see they do wear blue dungarees or blue denim or whatever you call it. I don't know, I'm not a fashion expert unfortunately. They wear blue clothes. But you can see here, but yeah, and that's not, and that wasn't represented in the Millions sort of sweets and the Jammy Dodgers Minions edition. It was just, you know, I know it's flavoured banana or whatever, but they do a blueberry flavour, and that's basically what they've done here. Swizzels have been clever about it. It's blueberry and banana, or banana and blueberry. They do look like a Minion as well, I think you could say. I mean, I know they've not put a face on them. I know Jammy Dodgers did do a face on their Jammy Dodger biscuits that look like a Minion's face, but they do actually look like a Minion. I mean, you know, without the facial features and things, but you know what I mean. They're really good. They're not quite as rotund as a Minion, but nonetheless, really good. I think kids would like these, definitely. Yeah, so very impressed, very impressed. First impressions are good. So what else have we got going on there? Let's have a look. What's the ingredients there? So it's got palm oil in there, palm and palm kernel. Carnauba wax as well, which is also part of the palm plant or tree or whatever it is. There we go. Alright, apple pulp, spirulina, phasing agents. Okay, there we go. Gelatin, so not suitable for vegetarians. Alright, there we go. Yeah. And calorie information, what have we got here? Let's see. Yeah, it's got per 100, there's a lot of different languages there, but per 100 grams basically. 353 calories, 0.2 grams of fat, 0 of which are saturates. So quite low on the per 100 gram scale for calories. I mean, chocolate products tend to be between 500 and 550, so, you know, but I guess it probably has quite a lot of sugar. Yeah, which sugars? There you go, 62 grams. So yes, there's quite a lot of sugar in these. So yeah, what to give with one hand, they take with the other. And per, so I think it's saying per, it's very hard to see. Servings per pack, 7. Serving size, 20 grams. Okay. I think it's 140 gram bag it should be, I think. Maths is right. So yes, so per 7th of the pack, 71 calories, less than 0.1 grams of fat, 0 of which are saturates. And there you go, 140 gram pack as well, like I mentioned, like I thought it would be. What's the actual weight of this pack then, does it say? 160 grams. So I've already detected basically by the fact that there's 8 portions per pack, or servings per pack. And when I looked at the Minions one, look at this, 140 grams. Not the 160, it's down there. Yeah, so servings per pack 8. On this one, it's a bit hard to see. But servings per pack, or portions, 7. There you go. You know, so it's ridiculous, isn't it? So they've actually, you know, they've given you less again. So I don't know. So I do have a full pack of this one here, the Minions one here. But look, yeah. So the same size pack. You know what I mean? You wouldn't, by looking at it, you wouldn't think it was any different. But you know, you can see the thickness. It's a lot. You know, it's a lot thinner. So it's pretty poor, that isn't it, really? So, you know, giving you less again for the size. I don't know if you just reduced it across the board or whatever. I've had this one a bit longer than those ones, so they might have reduced the sizes across the board, but the Minions one does have less in it. So ridiculous, that, isn't it? Ridiculous, really. Squashies 1 on Twitter, not Squashies. Squashies 1. Squashy Sweets. I don't know why I just got Squashy Sweets. I don't know, like the rest of the other two, but there we are. Maybe it was a bit too late, not thought of it. But it annoys people, but that would annoy me if I worked at the company, that they were so inconsistent there. Okay, Swizzels.com. Alright, get in touch and stuff like that if you're not happy, or if you just want to, I think. Doesn't really say if you're not happy, does it? It just says get in touch, but normally it says if you're not happy with the product, but there we are. There you go, a Minion there as well. Free from artificial colours. Doesn't say flavours or preservatives though, which is unusual. Usually say all free, don't they? They've got Illumination logo, which I think is the part of the Universal Studios filmmaking company. Alright, there we are, yeah, still very interesting, don't they? Not very nice. So yeah, I've got, I mean, it's a very small pack when you think about it. I mean, got the space at the top, they've got the crimp at the bottom, so really it only comes out to that big. You know, when you sort of compare it with the pack at full size, you have to notice I'm pushing up on one bit of it because of where I'm holding it, unfortunately, but yeah, you get the gist. But yeah, let's give these an open, find out more. I'm interested to find out what they smell like as well. It should be quite interesting, I think. Banana or blueberry or both, or will it work together? Then we'll taste them after that, but yeah, first let's give them an open. Okay then, I want to give these Swizzels Drumstick Squashies Minions Edition an open. Banana and blueberry flavour, yeah, so it's very interesting, isn't it? It looks very nice indeed, so yeah, let's give them an open. The time recording, I've done 930 views almost, believe it or not, so if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Look at that. And it's alright, I'm coming up with a link to place along with other reviews, so wow. Yeah, so after you watch this one, go check those out. Hopefully enjoy those too. There's a very distinct smell. You get a bit of banana and then you get a bit of something else, which I guess is blueberry. Wowza, yeah. You can see that, look at that, let's pour them out. Yes, look at that, they do look very nice. Not quite as vivid a blue as a Minion generally, as I guess you'd say, but nonetheless, I think you could, yeah, argue that looks very much representative of a Minion. If you're going to ask what cartoon character or whatever that looks like, I think most people will probably say a Minion, so yeah. Not too bad. I mean, obviously they could have pushed the boat out and done some kind of face on it or something like that, which would really seal the deal. But, you know, I think I'll probably be asking quite a lot of them, really, considering, you know, to make a machine just to do that or whatever. But even so, they could have done. A nice checker pattern as well, put them together, which is pretty good. Yeah, very nice. And there's a distinct smell as well. It's more, you know, it's unfortunately because it's not just banana flavour. I think it is perhaps a bit convoluted, you know, with the sort of blueberry flavour, and it doesn't quite work as a nicer smell as it would have done had it just been one or the other. So, you know, I think the banana flavour does dominate quite a lot. But you know, yeah, I'm not unhappy with it. I think it's a distinct smell and it's not too bad. So I'm just separating these out into groups of 10 if I can. See how many there are in here. He's doing it to 5, but it's a bit difficult, so hopefully we'll get it right. Okay, yeah, and that's probably about right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yeah, it's a multiple of 5 as well. So usually that's not the case. But yeah, 45. Okay, that's not too bad. So 7 for the packs. I think it said there was 7 portions in a pack. I think it said, yeah. Yeah, 45 divided by 7. I'm not sure what that is really. What is that? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. This is 42. There's about 6 squashies per portion basically, I think. It's 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. And there's 3 left over, yeah. And I think it's 7 times 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, yeah. So more towards 6 than 7. So there we go. Alright, so 6 of these is roughly your 71 calories. $12 grams of sugar, not really any fat. 12 grams of sugar. Alright, interesting, yeah. So they're going to be a standard size, these. Not going to be any different than the regular squashies you would imagine, although it's not impossible that would be the case. You know what these companies are like. But let's give a bit of a measuring, shall we? Let's see. Let's be careful there because it might squish if we squish it tight. About 3.4 centimetres in length. It can depend, not all going to be exactly the same, but you know. About 1.5, 1.6 in width, height. About 7 millimeters. Yeah, so very good. That's everything look pretty consistent. You know, sometimes one length's longer than the other. Yeah, it will calm down a bit. There you go. But obviously, generally going to be roughly the same. This one seems to sort of equal itself out to both sides. This one's quite consistent, but yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine. It adds to look as well. Okay, I think we need to give these a taste. I mean, they look pretty good and they smell pretty good, although the aromas do sort of blend into each other and kind of maybe not quite as good as some of the parts because these sort of mix a bit too much. But nonetheless, I'm impressed so far, so let's see how they taste. let's do it. Okay then, everyone, going to give these Swizzels Drumstick Squashies Minions Edition a taste. Yeah, so very excited for these ones. Pretty excited. I say they've managed to do what most of the other companies haven't with their Minions products, and actually make them blue and yellow, not just yellow, which is yeah, strange for me, especially with Jammy Dodgers doing just a yellow one when they do have a blueberry Jammy Dodger out as well. They could have just mixed the flavours, I think, and we have done that in the past with some of their Jammy Dodgers, but you know, they didn't. Bit of a shame, but yeah, and I think these look very nice as well. They look a bit like a Minion also, you know, not obviously not exactly like one, but I think sufficiently enough to be reminiscent of a Minion. But do they taste nice? Well, as I say, the smell's a bit conflicted, but you know, yeah, I think not too bad a smell all the same, but just a bit, you know, that's not as good as some of its parts, as I mentioned before. But let's see what it tastes like. Let's do it. Flavours in these squashies range from Swizzels for the Drumstick Squashies have tended to be a bit muted, so but these ones do seem to be prominent flavours. So let's give it a go. Give it a taste. They come across like interesting. The banana part tastes very much like those sort of foam bananas you get. Basically, it's that kind of flavour, really. But it's nice, yeah. I mean, it's quite distinct as well, and the blueberry flavour's there, but it's definitely overpowered by the banana, but it's there. I mean, these are really good, actually. Possibly some of the best squashies out there, really. I think the other ones have been a bit muted and it's a bit too subtle, even though, you know, quite distinct flavours. But these ones definitely seem to stand out a bit more. They're still quite subtle, but because of the flavours themselves, and I think the banana specifically, I think it just, I don't know, it's less subtle than before with other flavours. No, I'm impressed with these. I think they're pretty good. I'm not going to blow your socks off. Not as distinct as I say as a regular. I think a regular drumstick has a more distinct flavour over the squashies equivalents. But I think these are pretty good actually. I'm quite happy with these. I think let's see, the banana flavour especially, I think really does come out very strongly. I think that's probably, you'd want one of the flavours definitely to be a bit prominent. A good chew as well. I'm not sure the flavours work too well together, but it's okay. I think that's fine. I'm not bothered about that. I don't think as much as I might have been otherwise, because I think, you know, you want one of the flavours to come out, and I think the blueberry flavour is still there, but it's just a bit overpowered by banana flavour. Let's go for the blueberry side this time. Yeah, it's quite subtle, the blueberry flavour for sure. So is the banana really, but it's just the fact that the banana's quite a distinct flavour that really does help it stand out more. Whereas the blueberry one isn't quite as distinct really. I think these are pretty good actually. I'm impressed with these. I think they look great. They are a really good sort of tie-in to the Minion brand, and I just think, you know, generally they taste pretty good as well. So it's more banana than blueberry, but I think that's fine. I mean, the blueberry is there still, and you can taste it. It's just a bit, you know, not strong enough to really be as prominent as the banana. But nonetheless, it's there, and you can taste it. And you can bite one half off and eat one bit, and then the other half, and taste it that way as well. So, you know, overall, I'm pretty impressed with these. I don't think they're going to blow your socks off. Not like the best sweets ever. I feel like if there was a drumstick version of this, it was an actual, you know, drumstick rather than a sort of squashy version, I think I would prefer that for sure. But the design of these is definitely more reminiscent of a Minion, having that sort of half and half that they do. I'll say here's another version, you know, so it's not just for this one. They do have half and halves generally. This one's strawberry cream, by the way. I'm going to review that shortly. But yeah, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with these. As I say, they look really great. They look like Minions. They've managed to incorporate two flavours rather than just do banana, which other companies have done when doing the Minions edition. Obviously, these ones, it's naturally suited them because they do have two flavours anyway for these. But nonetheless, you know, Jammy Dodgers could do it, and you know, the other ones, Millions, could have done it as well in some kind of special half blueberry, half banana sort of set of sweets. And Jammy Dodgers have done it before as well with one of their, I think the jam and custard one they did. So yeah, I'm very happy with this ones. I think, as I say, it's a rather subtle flavour, but the banana does stand out, and I think the blueberry accompanies it well enough, and you can bite it in half as well to get half the flavour. So overall, I think these are pretty good. They're not going to blow your socks off. The flavours are still a bit muted, and they're not the best sweets out there, I don't think. You know, they are squashy, but they're not really chewy enough for me. I prefer them if they were a bit, you know, and a bit more of a chew, but I guess they are softer and that's why. So I don't know, it swings around about. I guess what I'm saying is I just prefer the regular drumsticks, which I guess is a soft-ish, but certainly nowhere near as soft as these. But because it's not quite as soft, it gives you more of a chew, and I just prefer that experience. And I think the flavours would probably come out more as well as a result of that just being a bit longer lasting. But overall, I'm happy with these ones. They've got good flavours. They look like Minions. They're really tying well to the Minions brand. They taste good enough. I think they'd be great for kids. I think they'd really like the look of them. They could play with them, pretend they're Minions and stuff like that. I know obviously meant to not promote sweets for kids these days, but there we go. I think there's a lot going for these, and as I say, and I think they are some of the better, if not the best, squashy flavours out there, because they just stand out a lot more than those other ones did, and they work relatively well together as well. You can distinctly tell both flavours, and as I say, and if you couldn't, you could bite them in half as well, which is another good way of enjoying the sweets. So yeah, for me, not quite a 4.5 out of 5. I think 4.5 will be too high for them, but nonetheless, they're a very good, solid, top of the scale 4 out of 5. I just don't think they're good enough to be a 4.5. They're closer to that than a 3.5, that's for sure. 4 out of 5. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed that review. You know the drill by now. Check out my Twitter and Instagram. Check out the YouTube and phone as well. Link for that's in the description. Great to support the channel, really is. And all these links on the screen now. Click on those. It's going to help out the channel as well by continuing to watch my content. Leave a like, leave a comment. Always great to hear from you, and always do my best to reply. Check out the Discord server also. Link for that's also in the description. It's a great way to keep in touch with myself and be part of the community. And thanks again for your support. Massively appreciated. It really is. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again, guys. Take care. Bye for now.